We started the process in the most responsible way possible. We decided to try, and I went to the doctor. I started prenatals. I did everything that we're supposed to do. Pregnancy was perfect, no problems whatsoever. On February 28th, 2012, we had a loss, and we never found out why, and we never knew what the reason was. They ran all the tests they possibly could on me, and nothing ever came up. And so we got past that physically and decided to try again. And again, perfect pregnancy, no issues whatsoever. We did the glucose test, and that day...
it was like the start of
everything. Went to the hospital. I did. Dustin came after. He was at work. And
we went to a radiologist, and she said that she's never seen anything like this before. And
sent us home.
Yeah, sent us home.
Went on bed rest, and Dustin said, since you're on bed rest, you might as well go rest. So I did, and 45 minutes later, I wake up and I knew something was happening, and I ran to the bathroom. And in the meantime, we're calling our doctor, and they had us lined up so that we didn't have to wait in the ER and explain everything, which is great. They take us upstairs, and the nurse was saying, oh, you've lost some blood, okay. Probably not a big deal, you're 23 weeks. And I said, no, it is a big deal. There's more than I've ever seen. And they checked everything, and I guess she and I are now friends, and she said she went into the hall and started screaming for help. They started talking about transporting the baby because we are not a level 3 hospital. That he would have to leave. The best case scenario would be him going inside of me still to the hospital, and that there was a chance they could lose me in the transport. And I was like, wait, how did we get to this point? Why am I dying? And they were at that point kind of saying, who do you choose to live? The baby or mom? And we just sat there, and I didn't have an answer.
So you don't know what's gonna happen.
And at this point you're thinking, am I gonna get past the next 10 minutes? Are we gonna meet our son? Is this the end? And we did the C-section. They put me back in my room with my mom and my husband, and they rolled this little thing in a little rocket into our room, and he's wrapped in cellophane, and he's alive. I couldn't relate to what I was seeing. And he was 1 pound 6 ounces at birth. And so that's 610 grams. At 23 weeks and 2 days, I didn't even hit 6 months pregnant, and I was barely showing, and this baby didn't have a chance to get his act together at all. And so we were able to give him everything we could up until that point, but from that point on, he was on his own. And he had to develop in an incubator on the outside. And it was just one bad day after another, and he wasn't gaining, and he wasn't eating, and he needed blood transfusions. And at that size, they said he had a tablespoon of blood in his entire body. And they did heel sticks every day, and they were drawing blood gases, and they were...
multiple times a day.
All day. And
called them vampires.
Yeah, every time they walked in, Dustin would be like, another vampire.
Like, he only has a tablespoon. You're taking like this much out of a vial.
He was there for 178 days. He fought for every ounce, every gram that he gained, every pee-pee diaper, every bit of output that he had, every good day that started to happen, he fought for it. So we sat by him, and we prayed with him, and we just watched this kid do amazing things. It was a constant battle and a constant, just, is this gonna work? Is this not gonna work? And they'd try different things. They never stopped. They never gave up on him. We had an amazing doctor. We had amazing nurses, and they just, with our help, they helped him thrive. People come to you and they're like, well, did March of Dimes do something for you? And we're like, well, yeah, they did. Like, oh, okay, they gave you money. I'm like, no, they did research. We gave, everyone should be giving them money because they did the research that helped our child live. There's so much room for growth and awareness and research. And I just feel like, after going through what we went through, there's got to be a lot of us that are willing to stand up and say, hey, we'll help you.
Definitely.
We'll tell you about it and help with your experience if at all possible.
Mm-hmm.